Good afternoon. It's about 18:16 or 6:16 in the afternoon, and another little thing I've added to the Ranger. I'm gonna have a bunch of short little clips. I'm gonna put them all together, so my clothes will be different, my hair, everything will kind of be different. But what they don't have here in this Ranger, I am told this is a deleted item from 2019. So everything from 2020 on up is not going to have a hook here. It's here. Let me show you. Okay, that little hook right there, so to speak. As you can see, there's two holes there that are supposed to hold one of those in place, and you have some in the back also. And of course, you have more mounting points up there. Now this bed is fairly thin. What I am told is lots of people have tried drilling through here and putting bolts to hold things. They put toppers on here and everything, but what's been happening is they've been ripping the screws through the sheet metal. It's kind of thin. So what I did is I got a hook. It's old. It used to be new, but I had this on my 2020 Ranger. So what I did is I just put these right here and I put a bolt on. And let's see here. Let me see if I can get the thread for you. Okay, I will get the thread and everything on this bolt so you can know how to, what you can put in there. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and, I'm going to put these in. I'm going to put two there, and I'm going to put one over there on top. Let's see here. Which one was it? Was it this one? All right, right there. That's where I'm going to go ahead and put it in. And I think lots of this, the way it's made, is for lots of these roll-up tonneau covers. Now you can see mine isn't roll-up, it's a gator, and I got it off a truck, that truck thing, for about 200 bucks. Again, I don't like spending lots of money for stuff like that. I just kind of find it senseless, and it's getting all scratched up there. Okay, yeah, I just kind of find it senseless. I'm paying so much money. So, let me go ahead and start putting these on. All right, let's do the other side. Again, while I'm putting these on, I'm using German specs, which is good and tight. give me 2 minutes. When you do that, don't put your finger behind it. Don't put your finger behind it. Oh, yeah, I got it caught. I'm okay. I'll live to see another day. Okay, so the hooks have been put on. My finger, it's not my middle one. There's the camera. It survived. There's just caught the tip. That's it. But that's it. And now I have hooks, and I actually like that it doesn't have that other style hook on it. I like this style. It allows you to put something here in the middle of this little indentation. I know they probably thought you could, go with a hook behind it, have more room, but actually you can stick, some wood in there. I got some adjustable things that go back and forth. That way things don't slide around here in the back. So I got all that here for the Ranger, and well, on to the next item. Oh, before we get to the next item, these are all just small little things I've done with the Ranger to make it a better truck. So, well, on to the next item. Today, I'm installing some extra outlets, and I'm going to put in a dash cam, and I have a wireless charger, and I'm going to install it all along with all my other plugs by kind of adding extra plugins for that kind of stuff, and at the same time hiding it all away, making it all disappear so it looks good. So let's get to it. Let me kind of show you what I've done here, and I'll show you what I'm doing and how I'm going to do it, and just give you some ideas on how to do whatever you need for your Ranger. I know lots of people put lights and all that kind of stuff on there. I don't do that. Don't quite need it. I'm good enough. That's what a Ford Bronco or Jeep are for, but I know these pickups make excellent off-roaders as well, so but I don't do that with mine. It's a little different, so this is my setup, my rig and everything. An dry cast one, because everybody's got one, but this is what I'm doing. Maybe you can do something similar, or it'll help you out with ideas on how to rig your lights or whatever else it is that you do with your Ranger. So let me just break down and give you a real quick look at how I do everything. Okay, it's kind of dark in my garage. First of all, I installed this. This is a wireless charger. I glued a plastic thing on there at the bottom. You can kind of see that. And then the suction cup thing has like glue itself, and you put that on there, and then it comes out here. Unfortunately, I guess I could hide the wire inside the vent, and that vent goes right there. You can kind of see this right here. So I guess I could kind of do that, but I don't want to mess up the foam on that vent. I guess you really won't mess it up if you take it off once and then put it together and leave it alone. But I just really don't want to mess with that. Is that even the right one? And no, I don't think so. Okay, so I'm not too sure where that vent is. It's probably somewhere up there on top. But that's one idea. Don't want to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the wire there in front of the vent, pass it through there, down, and it's going to come down to here. Now, as you can see, I have, let me plug this in. There it is. You can see where I have my plug-in. Now, it's right behind this little shield right here. So as you look above, you're going to be able to see the blue and the red. That's you won't be able to see it from too much from up here, so it's kind of hidden. You kind of have to look underneath it. Of course, I got zip ties. All these wires are going to be zip tied. That wire is going to be run through here and then back up here. But this is for my dash cam. This one with the red lights for the dash cam. And I'm going to take this trimming off and undo this and take this off. It's easy to do it now because the truck's brand new, so everything's still soft. And then run it up through here, and the dash cam's going to go right there with the suction cup, right over here. So, you know, you can do that pretty easy since the truck's brand new. This is a plug-in I have. You can see it's got two little ports there and two more ports. One for the 12-volt plugs and some for the USB. And the charger runs off USB, so I'll be able to use that. And see, halfway got the wire there already. Plug it in right there. And this, I zip tied it on right here to this metal frame. I did put, I don't know if you can see it or not. Let's see here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it, but I did put electrical tape down there at the bottom. Oh, there it is, right there. Right? Oh, I can't even get my finger to point to it. Okay, I'll try to put that in. I'll try to edit to an arrow, but you can kind of see that wire. Now it's not focusing. Okay, well, I got a wire back there, and that is where I put electrical tape around it just to keep it from this frame from cutting into it. It's pretty smooth. It's not sharp down there, so that's, I mean, it's sharp in the sense that if it sits there and you go off-roading, you know, it's gonna wiggle and shake. I had it in my other one the same way. It was just fine. I would like to put a little piece of wire plastic or something there. I'll probably do that in the future, but not right now. It's something I can also do without having to undo all this. But to take this down, pull this straight out and put another little hand there to help that plug right there out. So you got that one, these two right there on top, those two on the bottom, and that one way over there at the other end, at the upper right hand screen. You can see it right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then if it pops out from down here, you can see this helps keep it like in a hinge, and you can kind of see how that breaks away. That's supposed to be in there like that. So if that pops out, you're going to have to push that back in. Same with this side. Has a little tab that goes into a hole, little tab that goes into a hole right there. Kind of see how it moves. So yeah. All right, but that's what I'm going to do there right now. What I'm going to do is neatly tuck these wires away and get it all looking nice, and I'll show you here the finished product. Okay, so it goes from there to there. I squished it in between that black portion there and that silver. That right there, there's a fan in there, and that's what your automatic climate control uses. It sucks in air and gets the degrees of the air so it can adjust your temp and fan speed accordingly. Yeah, so I kind of squished it in there. You can kind of see that little tiny gap I have. But what I'm going to do is just take a glue gun and very, very gently just put that in there, just like that. Just the tiniest little bit. It'll probably come undone with the heat here of the Texas heat. So you know what? I'm just going to leave it. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like that. I wish I could... You know, I might use a plastic spatula and kind of push that in there, just to kind of get it out of the way so it has a slightly cleaner look, because that's pretty dirty right there. I don't like that. I would run it against here and here and so forth, but that we're good enough for that. That's kind of the way I had an old charger there also. So I'll just squish that in there a little later. You know what? Let's do it now. Well, had a nice... There it is. Okay, let's get to it. Here it is. I should be using a plastic one. I should be using 2 hands. It's very... Yeah, I kind of need to use 2 hands so I can kind of pull this portion down. Because at the same time, this metal, you don't want to rip it. I mean this plastic. There we go. Kind of push that side in. Just follow it along. All right. Okay, there we go. And as you drive, that's pretty much all you're going to see from there. I don't want to squish it in too much either, because then you put all that pressure on the wire. So there you go. And well, when you put the phone here, it automatically adjusts and wirelessly charges your vehicle. So ta-da, there we go. It's working. Okay, now what we're gonna do is, for the dash cam, the wire here, you can see I still have it tied up here from my other Ranger that I had. Oh, and down here I just zip tied this by some plastic. No, this hole here is not used for anything. This one is, this one isn't. And of course I just zip tied it out of the way. That way all these extra wires do not interfere with any kind of electrical parts or any kind of moving apparatuses underneath the vehicle. Because there are some arms further in here that they use for the controls. Now for this, what I'm going to do is, like I said, it's a brand new truck. So this stuff here, should be easy to remove. Ta-da! Then you have this. Now what this is going to do is that this is kind of going to push this way. Here, let me set up my tripod and show you. Okay, brand new vehicle. Parts are easy to get off. Just undo the floorboard. Pull it up a little bit. Take this right here. It's going to pull towards you. And you want to grab some from the back. Just push it straight out this way. And the rest of it, pulls right out. And all we got to do is loosen it up. I'm going to run the wires through here, down through here, up this edge, and then it's going to go up into the top. So let me go ahead and readjust the camera and show you how to take the top part off. Okay, now this top portion, go ahead and pull it out towards the inside here. No, you're not breaking anything. And that's all you got to do is loosen it up. There's going to be some cables on here. And don't let those cables go. It's got something to do with the airbags. This here's the airbag. So I'm going to run the wire up through here, but behind it, not in front of it. It's going to go behind it and then run up through here. It's going to run behind some cables and everything else you have here. Why? Because, well, I don't want to put the wires. Don't put anything in front of this airbag. Just, yeah, just don't. Or curtain bag, whatever you want to call it. All this stuff is made to break away. Alright, let me get the wire and start running it through. Okay. Like before, I wish I could show you how I brought it up through there. Not only does my camera not have, you know, I got a selfie tripod. I got a selfie stick that I use for a tripod to do all my videos with. And my camera heats up. When it does, it turns off. But let me show you. That's it, plugged in. So I just took my fingers, pulled this down, and secured that up in there. And up here, pushed it in. Now, do not use metal on your windshield to stick anything up in there unless you're just very, very careful. I don't use metal. I just got a credit card and pushed that wire all the way up in here. And the wire comes through. Let's see here. Okay, you can barely see it, but you can see that black tape. I ran it next to that wiring harness right there, and it goes all the way down the side. So it is out of the way. You can kind of see right there because I haven't pulled it out yet at the bottom, but I ran that with that wiring harness. You can kind of see it there. Those are the attachments right there that I was telling you about. I guess what it does is it grabs this so that this doesn't, you know, push onto you. So yeah, make sure that those stay connected because it's connected to a metal piece. Okay, you can kind of see right there, it's blurred. Okay, that shiny metal piece. That's where that black cable is connected to, and it's so that this doesn't fly off and hit you in the face as shrapnel. And then you can see the wire right behind that cord. It's a white cord. It holds the airbag in place. Run it behind there, and then I'm going to run the cord down the side here. Comes all the way to there, and from there goes to the inside, out through there, through here, where we will go ahead and use a new zip tie and wire up everything so it's out of the way next to all those other fuses. That way, you know, it doesn't get in the way of anything electrical, metal, or any kind of moving parts. Let me go ahead and get that done too. Be back in just a moment. I'll show you the whole process, but my camera heats up and then turns off, and I want to be able to make this video for you without having to wait 20 minutes for my camera to cool down. Okay. Alright, so it's hidden back there along with the other wiring harness. Then we run it down through there behind the other airbag and down the side here, down to the bottom where it comes out to the other side, and then we tie it up off to a plastic piece right over there to keep it off of the moving hood release panel and everything else. That way all the moving parts, the wires out of the way of all the moving parts. And gonna have a little red light right there, and that's right there. And so I'm gonna go ahead and get some wire cutters and cut all the excessive ends, all the ends off. That way we don't have zip ties with a bunch of ugly tie-ins sticking out. Alright, so I got my wire cutters. There we go. Trying to record and watch what I'm doing all at the same time. Oh, I gotta run that wire through here. That's the that's a plug-in that gives power to everything. All right, well, let me get that done real quickly, and where I'm gonna put that is, okay, I don't know if you can see it or not, but right through here. Okay, underneath this little plastic area right there. I'm gonna run it up through here and up, and we're gonna tie it off down here at the bottom, but it's gonna go through here and it's gonna come down through here, where it's gonna fall out through here and run along this edge and plug into there. All right, let me get that done here. All right, there it is. So when you see it from the front, you can see the cord. And then it just runs down through here. Kind of out of the way. And what you can do also is you can undo this panel and hide this right there. And this whole panel will come off, but I am going to leave it like that. That's how I had it in the old one. That's how I'll go ahead and leave it in the new Ranger. Of course, I have that connected onto there. It's not going anywhere. Let's go ahead and cut the end off. There it is. Let's go ahead and put, oh, my door trim came completely off. Alright, well, that's not a big deal. I'm going to go ahead and put this in place and put that in place and get it all done. You'll see the little clip and how it goes into the hole there. See that? Alright, you want to line up this with a hole that's, there it is, see that hole? Well, the hole's right there. So you want to line that up. Alright. I didn't catch that on camera. I was too busy trying to get that on and my camera wandered. As I have said before, I don't know how YouTubers do this. Maybe they got GoPros they put on their head. I don't have any GoPros, or I don't have any video cameras or still cameras or anything of the like. Alright, go ahead and get this down in place. There we go. If you have slack in it like that, that's because you did not make this nice and taut, which is no problem. You see how as you push here, it bends here in the middle, and then it bends there. If you want, you can get this corner. Go ahead and make sure it's nice and even and level with all this. You can see it's still going up. There we go. If I had a rubber mallet, I'd take the rubber mallet to it. Save my hand some bruising. Here we go. All good as new. 2022 Ranger. Let's go ahead and close this up. Again, at the bottom right here, you don't want it to be out, you want it to be in. Get all these little connectors lined up. That's it. Then, as you drive, you can see the little red light. See the little blue lights. So, can't really see much unless you come from this side. There's a plug-in. Even from the passenger side, they can't see the red dot. And there you have it. Wireless charger ready to go. So that was just a install here on the camera. You can see it's on. There we go. And turn the light off. You can see everything's plugged in. That's a plug-in there. It's a C2C plug-in for another phone. Wireless is right there. And if I want Android Auto, all I got to do is connect my phone to it, and I get Android Auto. Of course, you got to connect for Android Auto to the vehicle itself. Okay, if you see those two little USB ports right there, that's the Android, that's a connection for the Android Auto. Also, you can connect your USB with all your playlist on there, whatever else you got. So that's what connects to your infotainment center. So yeah, still got Android Auto if I need it, which most of the time I don't unless I take a big long vacation. Well, not a big long vacation, just a road trip. If I go on a road trip, I like my Android Auto. I like seeing the maps on the dash. I know where I'm going. It's just an extra added feature. Hey, who doesn't like a map showing on their nav screen? Everybody does. So, well, most everybody. So, yeah, that's it. And everything's installed. Hopefully everything looks like it's out of the way. And the truck still looks not like a rat nest on the outside with wires going everywhere. And that's it. Now we're going to go ahead and pick up all the trash I got there and throw it away in the trash can. And next, get on to our next project here with the vehicle. I'm waiting for some 3M tape, and I'm going to show you how we're going to put lights in the bed. It's LED lights, and we're going to put them in the bed with a switch, on-off switch. And we're going to be using a Wolf Haas plug-in to get that done. No drilling, none of that necessary, and it works off a plug-in on the back of the truck. That's comes from the factory, so everything's plug and play. Well, not the lights. The first time I did the lights, I did a lot of soldering and shrink wrap, but I'll show you here later. Other than that, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative, and go ahead, hit the like button, and again, thanks for watching.